Hello, hello, hello. Jordan Price Podcast. I'm back at you once again. Can't wait for this uh, part or backlash, whatever happens. Grab my pen real quick. Oh. It's like once you think you have everything together and you're good to go, comes to find out you missed a couple steps. Or in this case of the podcast, quite a few steps. So, I'm mostly doing this podcast mostly for, if I can get through all my notes here, which there's not really notes. I'm really terrible when it comes to, like, keeping all my notes in one order. But that's okay, because I remember it all right here. So, this part of the podcast that I'm doing is mostly because I see all the videos and everything that's going on in Chicago and other places with the riots and whatnot. And having a good majority of my family, my mom's side of the family, really, from Chicago, to where it got so bad. So my mom's, so my aunt, she grew up around Chicago and in that area for quite a long time. She grew up in Harvey, which I know is not Chicago, but it's like an hour and like 40 minutes, hour and 45, I think, if I'm not mistaken, depending on traffic, because they always seem to have construction all the time. But it wasn't safe for her to be there anymore. And I remember going there as a child, and I loved going there. I always said as a kid, it's like, one day I'm gonna move here. Like I loved it so. I loved like at the time I loved like the big city, and I loved like everything about it. But then I went as an adult now quite a few different times, and it gets worse and worse every time I go there. And it's like, holy crap, like, this is not okay. This is not okay. Like, why? Like, and I'm from small town Effingham, but I've been to other big cities before, and I'm like, I've never wanted to have to carry a weapon until I went there, and I'm like, okay, I am carrying a weapon if I go there because I am terrified of what could happen. Like, I took the Amtrak to Chicago from Effingham, and I went there just on my own. Didn't tell nobody because I'm used to taking the Amtrak just to go on trips. I'd take it down to Carbondale, I'd take it to Champaign. I take the Amtrak all the time on my own, just for me to have a little, I'm a single guy, got no kids, nothing like that. So I can take a trip if I want, and taking Amtrak, honestly, is not that bad. It's like $12. I think the most I overpaid was 200 something, but that was to go down to New Orleans. But that was another rando trip, you know. But I'm like, I go down, I go up to Chicago, and I like just sat there. I went to a bar, and then I waited on my Amtrak to get back to where I was going, and then I went back to Effingham. Like, Chicago's not safe. It's really not. I mean, I see the videos online, and like that kind of Part of that gets me to want to just go down or go up there myself because I'm like, I have to witness this on my own. So I do, and I just turn around. I'm like, fuck this. Like, why like, so they're attacking ICE for just doing their job. They're attacking police. Like, Chicago, and I know I did another video on Chicago, but Chicago has had more murder and shit going on than Haiti. Like a lot of other places in the world where you expect most of the murders to be, and yet it's here in the United States, and you have fat ass JB Pritzker's fucking pussy ass, and that fucking mayor, what's his fucking nuts. He's more white than black. I'm blacker than that motherfucker. Jesus Christ. Like, but you got these guys that were like, there ain't nothing wrong here. But by the way, when they show up, let's show them a good area by let's fight and riot and cause drama because I don't want people looking into my past. Because let's face it, J.B. Pritzker was born rich and got elected by a bunch of fucking stupid motherfuckers twice. Twice. He got elected twice. This motherfucker got elected twice. What the fuck? Even though all these people are bitching, you know who takes it over? Chicago. Every fucking time it's Chicago. And I know I'm wearing a Chicago hat, but yet I have a Mets flag hanging. But that's my sports preference, not my fucking political. My political preference is, good Lord, somebody assassinated Charlie fucking Kirk for speaking truth and God, and yet we got this fat fucking obese bastard talking shit, and like, there's nothing wrong here. There's nothing wrong here. Like, bullshit, there ain't nothing wrong here. If there was nothing wrong there, I wouldn't be moving family from by there to here. Because where we come from, if you come down here spreading that bullshit, you're getting your ass fucking lit. This is a Catholic, Christian, family town. We don't put up with the fucking bullshit like you do up north. We don't deal with that shit. You want to come here, you want to burn a flag, you want to fucking traipse around and do this and do that, it ain't gonna fucking happen because there's gonna be more of us than there are of you. Chicago, I went to the build a wall around Chicago fucking thing we had it was a few years back. But I went to that, and I am strongly a believer in that because it's not necessarily the fact that I believe in building the wall around Chicago but I'm talking about build a wall to get the people that are in there out. And I'm not saying they're all bad. And I'm a Christian man, so I believe in praying for our leaders to have good guidance towards our people. But J.B. Pritzker has shown time and time again that he cannot do it. That Beetlejuice looking bitch, she couldn't fucking do it. Now we got this other fucking guy up in here. He can't fucking do it. So what does that mean? That means the people that are in charge of getting this motherfucker elected are the problem. Because if it wasn't for them, we wouldn't have this fucking body type of a chicken nugget as a fucking governor. And this fucking cowardly black lion of a motherfucking mayor fucking doing anything. Like, good night. This guy has no balls. Like, no balls. Like, at all. He is like the Joe Biden of Chicago. He is the puppet that J.B. Pritzker puts his fat ass fucking hand in and makes him fucking talk. He's a fucking goddamn meat puppet. And then you got fucking JB Pritzker over here talking about how, like, oh, well, my mom took me to all these gay pride parades and all this and all that and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, that's cool, dude. Fine. Leave that shit out of it. I remember back whenever I was growing up, gay people were just gay people. Not flaunting around flags and tearing down monuments and woe is me and you need to call me this and you need to call me that. They were just people that did that in privacy. And yeah, you have a right to speak up your mind and do what you want. I'm totally okay with that. But when it comes to you bringing it towards children and putting it towards other people that want nothing to do with this or like, you know, children that don't even know what they want to eat tonight. Like, leave it the fuck away. And if you have a problem with it, well, let's go. Win or lose, my mind will stay the same. Probably as yours will. But the only difference between me and you is the people on my side will move. You're going to look against the cops and say, fuck the cops and fuck ICE and fuck this and fuck that and fuck the government and all this shit. But as soon as shit hits the fan, you're like, oh crap, call the cops. Somebody stole my car. Or call the cops. Somebody's breaking into my house. Or call the cops. No, what we do is we will call the cops, but they're just going to have to pick up your body in the process. That's all they're going to have to do. Because there's a difference between if you break into my house, I'm not going to sit there and be like, oh no. I'm going to be like, hell yeah. Like, win or lose, this is going to be a fun one. Like, I don't care with all these threats I've been getting on my private messages and stuff because it doesn't matter to me. Because the simple fact that there are people behind computers just talking smack. It's kind of like whenever I listen to like these artists go back and forth with each other. Like they're trying to like big dick each other. Like, no, I'm better. No, I'm better. No, I'm more American. No, I'm more American. I'm more of this. I'm more of that. And it's like, why don't you like prove something else besides just bickering at each other? And I'm not saying who it is. But I'm pretty sure you know who I'm talking about. And I had somebody actually ask me earlier, a good buddy of mine, he's like, well, what's going to happen when one of those guys get on and they see your video and they roast you because you don't have many subscribers or you don't have many followers? And I'm like, well, that will boost my numbers, and also it goes to show that they have nothing fucking better to do with all that money they're making except for to bitch. Like, I'm talking about real ass shit. Like, I don't want to hear somebody bitching about things about the government and everything when they're living in a fucking 7-bedroom fucking house with all these different vehicles that they're driving around and all these different things that they're doing, you know, and all these fancy trips that they're on, to come at me and call me the fucking wrong guy. Because it's like, in all reality, you're the guy that's sitting there rapping and being a rock star when literally you're doing none of that. Like, you can pop a wheelie on a four-wheeler, congratulations. I can't, but I don't fucking care to be stupid like that. You can go around in a tank. Cool. Nice. Glad your fucking money's going to good use. You can tear down a vehicle that is older than both of us combined for shits and gigs because you want views on TV, but you're killing a fucking vehicle that is an amazing vehicle, by the way, that started it all. But you can just crush it like it's fucking. It's like, well, it's their money. Let them do what they want. It is their money. They can do what they want. But why? Like, why are you not using your money to good use? A lot of these people that are online now that people find like that are famous and stuff on TikTok is ridiculous. And I have people ask me to all the time, well, why are you doing it? You want something to gain from it. And I'm like, would the money be nice? Well, sure, why not? Do I care if I get 12 followers, 2 followers, 1 million followers? Doesn't matter. What matters to me is getting out good news. I'm not going to sit here and make stupid fucking videos of destroying things whenever that money could have been used for better things. You got fucking Mr. Beast over here fucking getting rid of one of his fucking people that's been there since day one because he decides to transition, but then he hires a fucking black pedophile fucking creepo to fucking come into his videos. Kind of fucking makes no sense. Little fucking, like, Mr. Beast is a fucking joke. He's a fucking joke. He's always been a fucking joke. Same with fucking Blippi. That fucking creeper. Good God. I grew up with Blue's Clues, and growing up, and I'm thinking, even as a teenager, I'm like, I even thought Steve was kind of a little creepy. Like, a grown man should not be sitting there being all fucking weird voiced when it comes to kids and shit. But the one thing between Steve and fucking Blippi is Steve was just totally different. You can go back and watch all of his videos. There is nothing ever fucking weird, honestly, with him. This fucking Blippi guy going around using some fucking queer voice. Oh, looky here. And I'm like, gee, man. Like, one of my friends lets their kids watch this shit. And I'm like, why? Like, I couldn't even sit there for 2 seconds and hear this fucker. And I'm like, you really let your kid fucking watch this fucking pedophile? We had the fucking Subway guy never do shit on TV. Except for talking about how he was fat, now he's not. And now look at him. He's sitting in fucking prison. Like, you gotta protect your children. That's why I don't want this fucking trans bullshit going through the fucking school system, fucking mind fucking all these poor kids that don't even know what they want to eat for dinner tonight. Let kids be fucking kids. If they turn 18 and they want to do stupid shit like that, like cut their fucking dick off and have to put a fucking piece of whatever inside them every single fucking day for the rest of their fucking life, go ahead. But don't bitch at me later whenever you're fucking slammed down and you don't like it. Like, you go to prison, you're gonna be the biggest fan. Trust me. You will be everybody's biggest fan. Wait, you're telling me I don't have to hit somebody from the back? I can actually hit them from the front? Like, you're gonna be a big fan. Because I don't think grown-ass men, no matter what, should go into a women's prison, because everybody knows men outpower women no matter what. When it comes to strength and everything else, we've been proving it for many of years. I think it's funny whenever I watch these videos of old school gay people. The people I actually admire more than the people that are gay now. The people are like, no, we don't do the fucking parade, and we don't do the fucking this and that. Like, there was one video I watched, and this guy, he's like, I was gay before it was cool. Like, I just like guys. That's it. Like, agree with the, I don't agree with the fucking riots and the multi-gender bullshit. Like, if you want to be trans, be trans. But at the same time, and I've said this to multiple trans people a lot, and I say the same thing every time. Like, it's your decision. That's fine. Just keep it away from fucking children, and let children be children. And also, don't make me believe that your gender is actually who you are. Because no matter what, you grew up with a penis. No matter if you turn it inside out, all that is just a gaping, nasty fucking hole that you have to keep clean all the time. Like, it's fucking disgusting. I actually watched a video of I got maybe like a few minutes into it, and I'm like, no, I'm out. Like, fuck that. Like, like, no. Like, it's disgusting. Like, you want to dress up as a woman, you want to be whatever, that's fine. But I will not ever say you are actually a woman, because I will know for a fact, especially if I've known you, that, like, you are a male. There's a reason why when you're born, a doctor can tell who you are. Male, female, penis, vagina, boom. That's why whenever we dig up your bones 100 years from now, no matter if you get your ding dang inside out or whatever the fuck, we could still tell you were a male or a female. Like, we can tell. Not just because they dig you up and you're wearing a dress and they'll be like, oh, God, you're a female body. Oh, wait a minute, that's appendage. That's a ding dang. Like, you can talk feminine, walk feminine, dress feminine, do everything you want. Like, have the fucking accent and do this and do that. But in all reality, you are not who you claim to be. And I think, honestly, and like I said, I have friends that are in that, but they know where I stand, and I'm like, that's up to you. But in all reality, it's a mental illness. In all reality, it's a mental illness. If I go around telling people that I'm a fucking pterodactyl, and I go around acting like a pterodactyl, you gonna be okay? I'm a pterodactyl. Whenever I come up and fucking eat your dog or fucking cat, or if I come around and I fucking just caca, like, like, are you okay with that? Probably not. And I'd be like, oh, he needs to go to jail. Why'd you do that? Like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't identify as a human being. I identify as a pterodactyl. And tomorrow I will identify as an innocent man. What the fuck? I look at society today and I'm like, if our forefathers could see what the fuck we've came to, I think number one, they would be impressed, only for the simple fact that they're like, you let this go on for this long without, like, there used to be a point in life where even people with, and I don't agree with this by any means, period, but I'm just saying, people with mental illnesses were put in asylums, and now we're letting people walking around calling themselves furries and walking around with fucking tails. And it's okay if you need to go shit in a fucking litter box. Like, the more I talk about it, the more I find it's so fucking funny. It's sad, but it's fucking funny. It's like today's society became a new Saturday Night Live. Meow. Like, I will show respect to anybody in their beliefs, whatever they want to call themselves, which is fine. Like I said, it's fine. It is until, like I said, it comes to like you bring it to children and stuff, then I'm not really fine with that. Like, that's definitely my cutoff limit. Because let kids be kids. You know, I been looking more into the jazz, you know, the male that parents okayed for him to become into female, and how he's getting older and now is regretting everything and gaining a shit ton of weight for the simple fact that they're not happy with themselves or the decisions that were made for them. Like, kids growing up liking Barbies and doing stuff like girls do is not that uncommon, to be honest. I mean, that doesn't mean they want to be a woman. It just means that they're just fucking exploring themselves, but not in a fucking nasty, let's start making myself into a woman kind of way. They're just like, I remember, like, I'm a man. I remember playing, I grew up with nothing but females in my household. I remember playing with Barbies and Brats and stuff, but I also liked G.I. Joes and the Ninja Turtles and everything else. I mean, I was an outdoors kind of guy. I wasn't really a fucking, like, you know, I like my occasional chick flick movie, you know, like, it doesn't matter. Like, that doesn't mean I gotta change my whole entire fucking identity. Even though your identity could change, but your chromosomes and everything else that is you stays the same. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with that at all. It's just, it's mind boggling how parents are so okay with shit like that nowadays. And it's like, oh, it's 2025. Well, it used to be 2024 and 2023 and 2022 and 2021 and, you know, 2020 and 2019, 2018. But, you know, now it wasn't until here, like, 10, 15 years ago, about 15 years ago, that now it's turning into a place where now it's hurting people. Now it's actually hurting people. It's like, how is it hurting people? The only people that are hurting is us. Well, I'm sorry, but if you're a grown ass man and you go into a bathroom where my niece is in, then I'm going to automatically, and I know I've heard this before, but I'm going to automatically identify as the Tooth Fairy and the judge and executioner. So my identity is you're not breathing anymore. I don't give a fuck how woman like you look. You go into a bathroom with a little girl, you're coming out exposed to everybody. And shame on the doctors too for letting you know that you don't have a fucking problem. You have a fucking problem, bud. Like, sure, your Adam's apple is showing. You are not who you claim to be. And that's not all of the trans people. I know, like I said, I know quite a few that are totally against all that kind of stuff. They're like, I just feel comfortable in the way that I dress and the way I talk and the way I look. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But they're like, I also don't agree with any of the other shit. I'm like, all right, whatever. Whatever makes your Adam's apple float. Like, cool. Do you, dude? I'm just totally against the fact of it getting towards children. Not a fan. And that's the problem with a lot of other things that are going on with Chicago and people starting riots with ICE and the National Guard and shit. If they were to look at a video of another country of seeing them going back and forth, like fighting against law enforcement, they'd be like, oh God. But then if I was to show them the same video of people fighting back with ICE and everything else in Chicago in our own fucking backyard, they'd be like, oh yeah, back it, get them. It's like, it's only a matter of time until they're like, fuck it. Like, there's gonna be no just pushing back with batons and with fucking shields. It's gonna be straight up just blip, like, take them out. And then there's gonna be all the families boo-hooing about it, and it's like, well, if you burn your hand on a stove one time, but yet you do it 5 more times, it's not just an accident. It's just, you're just stupid. Like, it's like, okay, well, I've been hit by a car one time. Probably shouldn't get that done again. But yet, here comes a Mack truck, and you stand in front of it, and then boom. You know what I mean? It's kind of one of those, like, at first I felt bad for you. But now, you just need to see mental advice, because you should have learned the first time that if you step in front of a vehicle, you're going to get hit. But you've done it 12 times now, Larry. Should probably stop stepping in front of a fucking car. It's like, felt sorry for you the first time, but after the multiple times, I don't really feel sorry for you. I'm concerned about you. Like, what the fuck? It's like people that block traffic for fucking these peaceful protests that they do. And I'm like, okay, you're upset for the driver for running over your friend because you were blocking an intersection because you wanted to save an animal that is eaten by millions of people. Like, dude, these vegan people know that they kill more of the world than people that eat meat. Like, have you done your study on this shit? Or is it just something that, like, oh, well, I'm not got nothing to bitch about today, so let's go do this. Let's go stand in front of traffic. And it's like, I see those semi drivers that just go past them. I'm like, hell yeah. Rock on, brother. We got these other protests and shit where they pull out a fucking truck driver for just trying to do his job. And they fucking pull him out and beat him fucking to death. And they're like, oh, they didn't beat him to death. I'm like, yeah, pretty fucking close. Like, it's my. I'm sorry you stood on an interstate and you got whacked. Gee, my nitly. That's why I said if our forefathers could wake up and be like, I'm going back to bed. I'm good. I'm fucking good. I don't want nothing to do with this shit. That's not what I signed for. Like, fuck. But in all reality, I think we need to pray for these people. We need to pray for our leaders, and we also need to pray for ourselves as a country to put our foot down and bold up and say enough's enough and we're done. Like, we're done with the stupidity. We're done being pushed around. We're done being the laughing stock of ourselves. Because there's more of us than there are of them. And I'm not saying this as a go in and fight and riot and do stupid shit, because everything needs to have a reason and everything has to be taken care of softly. But there's a time where we need to stand up and say enough's enough and fight back, but in a positive way. Not burning down houses or tearing down neighborhoods and all this stuff that people work so hard to achieve. But just to say we're done listening to fucking J.B. Pritzker's fat ass and the mayor and that Beetlejuice looking bitch and all these other people that are like not doing anything to help us by any means at all. It's the time to say, let's take Illinois back without violence. If there's any violence that needs to be made, it shouldn't be towards the hardworking people of Illinois. The violence that needs to be made in a positive way, the violence needs to be like, let's put these people in prison where they belong and let the prisoners do what prisoners do, because I'm pretty sure a lot of them would like that badge of honor to take one of them fuckers out. We ain't got to do it. Let them do it. They'll fucking do it. Have those people spending a life kill for an idea like that. Hence the word. See you later, alligator. Or in J.B. Pritzker's. See you later, fat ass. Like, terrible, terrible human being. I don't know how he sleeps at night. Well, probably with like a, with a bunch of fucking respirators and his, whatever else huge ass blimps need to fucking survive. Fucking skinny people's blood, probably, is what I'm guessing. That's what he feeds off of. Looks at Subway, he's like, oh, I could lose weight on Subway. I bet you can, but sir, you can't lose weight on Subway when all you order is fatty foods there, bitch. I would like a bacon sandwich. What would you like with that? Just bacon and all the lard and grease and every little bad shit you got, bud. This dude's a fucking joke. I'm pretty sure his family members are like, I don't know that fucking fat bitch. I hate him too. Actually, his family does hate him. He's a terrible fucking human being. I pray for him. I hope maybe he finds a conscience somewhere, because right now he ain't finding it. And I'm a Christian man, but I'm just saying he's not there. Same with the mayor. Same with that Beetlejuice looking bitch. They all need to be put in prison. They're over here talking shit about everybody else, but as soon as fingers get pointed towards them, they're like, well, Trump's a fucking Nazi. Oh, yeah. It's like, that's your comeback? Good God. You know what your comeback should be is come back to salad. Come back to a water. Like, good night, son. Like, you got no comeback at all except for just the things you heard about last time he was in term. Like, you're mad that he's changing places from being a murderer capital to trying to get that taken care of, and then you call them terrible because what? I think you're just mad because they're gonna find things out that we already know that you're doing wrong, and you're gonna end up being somebody's fucking prison pillow, or in JB Pritzker's case, somebody's prison cow. They're gonna milk you for everything you have, Bubba. They're gonna milk all them titties you probably got hiding underneath that fucking bag. I want a relationship as strong as the top button as your t-shirt. Jesus Christ, have you seen that bad boy? That thing stretched to the max. I got fishing string I wish I had as strong as that top button. Good night. Every time I go fishing and I break a string, I'm like, damn, why don't I have a JB Pritzker button? People are like, what the fuck? I'm like, you ever seen the top neck of that bad boy? That thing's screaming. Fuck. Body type of a chicken nugget from McDonald's. Literally, you got nothing. You're just a terrible human being. I'd be ashamed to be related to you. You're just a big old pile of goo and bone. You're like, you have the body type of Grimace. Which is funny because everybody's wondering what Grimace is from McDonald's and stuff. Grimace is considered a taste bud. Well, that dude tastes it all. That's why he's fat. He's a fucking piece of shit. I pray for you. Pray for that diet too. Good night, you need one. Sweet justice. Everybody's fucking. You know it's sad whenever small town Illinois gets fucking pointed out by the President of the United States more than once. And then you got him calling everybody racist and shit, and everybody that's against him is racist and all that. And I'm like, if the United States was so racist, we wouldn't have a mayor as a black man. We wouldn't have governors that are black. We wouldn't have famous black. Everything. Like, everything. Everything. There's no better place in the world than the United States of America. And that's why a lot of this stuff gets away with. Because we allow it. And that's awesome. That's what makes us different. But there's freedom in other places too. But I love America. I'm not going anywhere fucking else. I had a couple people heard like, we're going to Canada. And I'm like, all right. See you whenever we own you. Like, fuck. You fucking really think Canada's gonna beat us? You know how many fucking wars we had to go into and save their ass? Oh man, people don't know history at all. It's like, we don't need America. Well, if it wasn't for us, you'd be speaking fucking German right now. Why do we have to throw our people in for you? Because that's what we do. Because we're Americans. We stand up for what's right. Period. All these wars and everything, all the money we've been giving to these people over and over and over and over, and now that we're putting a stop to it, Everybody's like, oh God, you're going to start a war. You're going to do this. You're going to do that. And it's like, has it happened yet? No. Because if you did your research back whenever they asked the general why we wouldn't attack the United States when Pearl Harbor happened, they asked why would we not attack the United States on foot? And he said because behind every blade of grass will be a man and or woman or child with a gun. Because you don't need to be afraid of our army. You need to be afraid of us. Because we're not going to lay down lightly. You might take us out, but behind me is about 50 billion other people ready to take you out. So my life isn't lost. I know where I go when I die. I'm going to see Jesus. I'm going to see friends and family. You can't take America out unless you start using nukes and bombs, but even then, you're fucked. like, it's like, you can't do that. You're not going to make it out of this, okay? Kind of what a buddy of mine's grandpa used to say all the time. He could throw a rock at a bully, but if he's got 12 friends, they can throw back. I don't really know exactly what he meant by that, but it kind of made sense for me. Then don't write a check your ass can't cash or whatever. I don't know. I just find it funny. I think it's funny how all these fucking motherfuckers out there just so high and mighty on their fucking belief system, you know. It's people with the signs that say fuck the police and all this, and as soon as fucking shit hits the fan, the first thing they call is the police. It's like, well, wait a minute there, Junior. I thought you said you had this under control. Well, I gotta find out who stole my car. Well, figure it out. It's like that guy that was holding a sign that said pretty much like kill your local police officer, and then he ends up burning a flag and he gets beat up by a bunch of people, and there's some cops sitting there by him, and he's yelling help, 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 and they kind of like hesitated for a second, kind of like wanted him to get his ass beat a few times, and then they came in and broke it up. It's like, yeah, how well did that fucking sign work out for you, Junior? Fucking fucking stupidity of people. Fuck the popo, your fucking car alarm goes off. You're like, shit, call the cops. Fucking idiot. But any hooters, I love you. I care for you. Can't wait for the beautiful message I get from the beautiful people that disagree with anything I said. But I just want to say I love you. I care. And God bless America. God bless Charlie Kirk. And first off, God bless the United States of America. And also, God bless Jesus Christ for dying on the cross. For people like me and you, in all reality, we're all family. We're all created by the same man. So with that being said, adios. I'm outie. Lemmy, you go potty? Go outside? Go outside? Go outside? Go outside on us. Go outside. I don't know.